West Africa, officially recognised as composing of 15 countries. Dry, desert conditions in the northern regions of Mauritania, Mali and Niger soon give way to a tropical climate of regular rainfall and high humidity. Daylight hours remain constant from approximately 6:30 am to 6:30 pm, covering a surface area of over 5 million square kilometres and home to over 250 million people. This region contains some of the poorest living standards in the world today. By contrast, it is a region of breathtaking scenery and beauty, all too often overlooked when portraying West Africa. Virgin beaches bordering the Atlantic coastline offer incredible opportunities for the development of tourism, whilst inland offers such scenes as beautiful rivers, open grasslands and tropical forests with rich natural resources such as timber, plantations producing palm oil for use in cooking and all common soaps, shampoos and cleaning products, rubber trees tapped for latex to make tyres and a myriad of other products, huge mineral deposits such as iron ore, massive reserves offering a wealth of opportunity for poor struggling nations. However, this incredible foundation for progress has been stained by civil unrest and instability. Poor infrastructures, unaffordable external debt repayments, lack of investment, outdated production methods and management systems, an absence of new technologies and equipment, restrictive international trade policies, corruption and profiteering. All of these aspects and more have combined to leave the region with massive unemployment and struggling economies. Despite the incredible corporate opportunities available to foreign investors, their reluctance to take the first step means that many nations are simply falling further into poverty. The United Nations have a long and intimate relationship with the region, deploying peacekeeping forces, helping to restore and maintain order, demobilising ex-combatants and overseeing democratically held elections, providing humanitarian aid for refugees and displaced persons. But the United Nations has specific mandates and financial limitations of its own, and its resources do not stretch far enough to help all of those in need. According to World Bank figures, over 55% of West Africans, an estimated 125 million people, live on less than $1 per day. People from rural areas are drawn to city centres in search of employment and opportunities. These already overpopulated urban areas are then put under further strain. Inadequate and dilapidated water, sewage and electricity supplies leave the majority of city dwellers living in misery, with practically no hope of any social services or assistance at their disposition. The people get by selling goods on the street, in marketplaces and by roadsides. 60% of the West African population is under 20 years of age. Malnutrition affects 29% of children under 5, and the environment in which they grow up offers little comfort. Many homes are no more than rudimentary shelters and generally have no access to sewage disposal or clean water supplies. With only 1% of the rural population provided with electricity, when darkness falls, illumination by candle or hurricane lamp is usually the only option. Constructions are generally made from wood, mud bricks or breeze blocks, and with constant exposure to heat and rain they are often in need of repair. Without access to credit or loans, entrepreneurs are also caught within the cycle of poverty. Small businesses are unable to grow, and often initiatives such as roadside brickmaking factories can appear and close within weeks. In rural areas, circumstances are even worse. Very often a whole community may depend upon the sale of just one product, such as clinker, cut manually from the rock face and then broken by hand. It is sold for just $10 per bag. Rice fields demonstrate West Africa's agricultural potential, but with no access to machinery or funding for even basic infrastructure, projects often fail before they can produce crops. Good roads are considered a luxury in West Africa. Most are simply tracks worn away by frequent travellers transporting people and goods. From the air, these can be appreciated further, with no lighting, services or assistance available along route. Travelling in the rainier season becomes treacherous, and often a short journey can take an entire day to achieve. To travel on foot brings even more complications. Machetes are required in order to make trails. Humidity, vegetation and danger are all around, making the rewards that are eventually found even sweeter. Deforestation from charcoal burning and illegal logging continues to persist, and without the option of viable alternatives, this trend shows little sign of diminishing. The philosophy of governments in the region has already begun to change. A willingness currently exists to reach out for reform and to embrace innovation, new ideas and business practices. The world of satellite TV and the internet may be available to only a select few in West Africa, but word of mouth soon spreads, and they too dream of clean water, the use of a bathroom, an electric light, and above all, the opportunity to work for their dreams. So please join us and help their dreams come true.